This is a movie.
Keep repeating. It's only a movie. Only a movie. Only a movie.
I love movies. Gosh, I love movies.
Listen to the Matt and Mark Movie Show.
I'm just gonna that was like sitting up front at like the IMAX, like in the first row, and like Michael Caine's head is 70 feet wide. You're like, I guess this is Interstellar? I don't know. That happened to me, dude. That's how I saw Interstellar for the first time. Because it was
the front row.
It was a work event, and this is how you can tell, like, in the world of movie marketing, when you're not a big deal, you're like a cog. You get seated in the first 3 rows. So here it was like a good news, bad news situation. It was like, Matt, good news, you're covering the Interstellar premiere tonight, and I was like, oh my god, really? They were like, yeah, the stars are gonna be there. We're going to do a whole thing, and you're going to the after party, which was cool, and I did go to that.
Wow.
And I was like, what's the bad news? They showed me my ticket. It was in the Lincoln Square IMAX. I was in row C, 3rd row. That's how I experienced Interstellar for the first time, dude. It looked like nothing. It just looked like a bunch of fat people. It looked like, you know when you do big head mode on NBA Jam and everybody's head is like this?
Keystone it too?
Yeah, dude. It was just like, I was like, I don't fucking... That's probably why I didn't like that movie, because it put a bad taste in my mouth. And I was like, this movie sucks.
Did you ever revisit it, by the way?
I did. I revisited it, also not in a good way. I revisited it on an airplane.
The same way?
On an airplane, and I was seated super close to the... No, I'm kidding. I watched it on an airplane, and I was like, this movie sucks. Hi, welcome to the Matt and Mark Movie Show. A show that teaches you how to watch movies the worst way possible. I'm here with my good buddy Mark, who I've known for a gazillion years. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. It's good to be back.
Thank you. Good to have you back. Good to be back.
Thank you.
Thank you and good welcome. Hey, this week we're reviewing Freaky Tales. And I like that title, Freaky Tales. If you don't know what Freaky Tales is, Google that shit. But we're going to be reviewing it this week. We'll tell you when we're going to review it. But first, we got to do some housekeeping, and we got a little news segment that I'm pretty excited about. So let's hit this.
Ooh.
Housekeeping, you want me for pillow?
Please go away. Let me sleep for the love of God.
It's allergy season. Hey, find us.
Oh
no. Find us at the Matt and Mark. That's why I got the allergy background. Hey, find us at the Matt and Mark Movie Show across all the socials: Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, etc. You could call us, leave us a voicemail, 707-948-6707. Please leave us ratings and reviews wherever you get your podcasts. And yeah, check us out on YouTube, like and subscribe. All right, Mark.
Ring the bell.
Ring that goddamn bell. Smash that like button. Hey, Mark. Okay, so let's do this. Because I don't think neither of us have... We're not going to do Show Me Your Discman this week, right? Neither of us have anything, or you have something?
Dude, all my stuff is, you know what they did? I ordered stuff from that Australian company that made the Cell. What the hell is
you're
the
talking
name of that
about
company?
Is that Dark Sky or 88 Films? No, it's
No, it's another. It doesn't sound like Vinegar Syndrome, but it's similar. Umbrella, thank you.
Umbrella.
So I ordered stuff from them, and because I added to it the fall, and that's coming in May.
Oh, you're
all
not going to
my
get
orders, because they're cheap fucks, they're just shipping it all as one. So I have like basically a month.
Trump put all the tariffs up, and now all your movies are going to go in the water.
Oh man. You know what I'm afraid? What if they just jack the price up as soon as it ships? It's like $500.
Yeah, dude, you see a hit on your credit card, you're like, what shipped for $650? Oh, it was my fall on 4K.
It's the fall.
Mark finally gets the fall on 4K, and he's got to pay out of the ass for it. It happens during the tariffs.
I'm gonna get that custom slip. Oh, damn it.
The only slip you'll be getting is the slip past the tariff board, my brother. Hey, you want to do some news? Okay, so we're going to skip Show Me Your Disc, man.
Yeah, let's
we
do
don't
some
have
news.
Neither of us have Show Me Your Discs this week, so we're going to skip that. But we're going to do some news. We still don't have fanfare for this, so I'm going to go like this. I should probably invest in.
Dude, can you please make that a recording, and then that should be it. Seriously.
That's like, do you remember? That's me
Asphalt,
imitating.
you know what to do.
That's me imitating. Do you remember the old MTV News where it was like,
Oh yeah,
and it would go right before Kurt Lutter's old ass would get wheeled out. It would go. Look, hey, I'm Kurt Lutter. This is MTV.
you would do a good BBC too.
Oh, thank you. Is that how do they do it on BBC?
I think it's just like.
Oh shit.
You've not watched BBC News?
I don't watch BBC News.
Has that like this big fucking globe flies in, and it's just someone going.
Dude, I like
there's
that
a
you
little bit of
assumed I
orchestration
watched
on
news. I get all my news secondhand from like you, my mom, and Jeff from The Love of Cinema.
Ain't it cool news?
And ain't it cool news? Ain't it cool news? The only news I pay attention to. The only tariffs I want to know about is the tariffs that affect my Blu-rays from Australia. Dude, what if your fall 4K came with like a government slip on the front that was like prepare to be boarded. It was like, no, prepare to come into the courthouse.
Dude, what
for
if they
buying
put me?
illegal goods?
What if I get like, what do they call it when they? What if I get rendition to one of those Salvadorian prisons and there's like all MS-13 dudes and they're like, "What are you in here for?" And I'm like, "I didn't pay the tariff on my The Fall Blu-ray."
No, it's got to be like, what are you in here for? I put a fucking cholo in a bathtub and I melted him in acid. What are you in here for? I shot a guy up the ass and his top of his head blew off. What are you here for, essay? And then Mark goes, I bought The Fall on 4K, directed by Tarsem.
And the worst part is, I probably wouldn't even haven't gotten a chance to see it.
You probably
either.
don't even
It would
have
just
it,
be
yeah.
collecting dust.
Yeah, no, the hilarious part is they try to forward it to you at the Guatemalan prison, and then the guards now own The Fall on 4K, and they're like, we should watch this.
And then they shatter the discs and turn into shivs and kill me.
Yeah. They're not shattering those discs. Those are umbrella discs. Those are expensive. You will get shivved with a homemade toothbrush shiv, and you will like it. You will get shivved with something free. You don't get shivved with DVDs. Too expensive. In this economy! So as I said, it's the news segment. Boop, 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 boop. Dude, top story, Mark. Top story. By the way, if you want to get to our Freaky Tales review, I'll put the link in the show notes when that starts, or you'll see a time code. You could scrub ahead. But the real ones are here for news. Mark. Top story today. Dude, it's Jeff's birthday from The Love of Cinema. Jeff.
Yeah, happy 50th, man. That's crazy.
Happy 50th. Dude, should we attempt right now a live call on air to see if we can get Jeff on the phone?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
This could be a massive
How do we do
disaster.
it?
Because I don't know if we have the power to do this, or if you'll even hear it. I hope you can. But I'm going to call him through the podcast phone, which is a Google phone. So hopefully you will hear it. You'll know in a second when I hit this phone button. But here we are. We're going to call Jeff live on air. This is a first podcast exclusive. Let's see. Here we go. What do we think Jeff's doing right now?
God,
It's
I hope he
8:06.
programmed that number in.
Dude, I have it right here. I'm ready to go, dude. I'm ready to go. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm hitting the button. Can you hear anything? Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
Oh shit, I can hear it, dude.
Okay. Ooh. Here we go. This is.
Hi, you've reached the phone of Jeff.
Oh, should we leave him a message?
But if you leave your name and number, I'll call you back as soon as I can.
Let's leave him a message. Jeff, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, dude. I don't even know if you can hear me. Actually,
We left that totally.
Hear me?
We were totally hanging. Hey, Jeff, it's Matt and Mark. We're calling you live on our new episode. It's a goddamn miracle either of us could hear you. But we're calling you through the miracle of technology to say happy 50th birthday. 50.
Happy birthday, dude.
It's a ripe age. I mean, 50-year-olds, they're just like us, Mark. They can do anything that we can do, you know? Don't discount them. You know what I mean? They are capable people. Hey, Jeff, we hope you have... Jeff, also, why the fuck didn't you answer the phone? What are you doing that's so important on your birthday that you couldn't answer a perfectly good podcast telephone?
And it's not even work hours.
It's like, yeah, dude, it's 8... What's he doing at 8 o'clock on a Monday night? Oh, Jeff likes sports, though.
Yeah, and he's 50. That means he's home. Oh,
yeah, if he's 50, he's reading a book or something right now. He should be tucked into
he's asleep with a book on his chest.
Dude, what I like about this is I haven't hung up the call yet. This is all on his voicemail. Okay, let's leave him with one.
Fill it up so he can't get calls from anyone else.
Oh, people,
He's
his parents
waiting for an important call.
Dude, his parents, his girlfriend, people are trying to call him and wish him a happy birthday, like nice messages, and his whole fucking voicemail is just us on his voicemail. Dude,
Someone wrote like a whole custom song. They
Mark,
can't record it now.
Do you know any fun facts that we can load up Jeff's voicemail with?
Oh fuck, I'm terrible at that. We need Tommy for fun facts.
Tommy does have good fun facts. Okay, here's a fun fact.
I have useless ones.
Here's a fun fact. Jeff is 50. There we go. I think it hung up the call. It hung up the call. It hung it up on us. Should we try again?
I like that it ended though with the fun fact being him.
He's 50.
It's all.
Happy birthday, Jeff. Our good buddy.
Happy birthday, dude.
He's a good guy over there, Jeff.
Who doesn't call us or pick up the phone?
He doesn't fucking call. Let it be known. He doesn't call. We fucking call because we're stand-up guys.
Yeah.
That's how we do it on this show.
We're good friends.
That's right. We're real ones. We're
this
like
is the Love of Friends show, not cinema.
This is the love of friendship, not the love of cinema. Okay. All right. There you go. Happy birthday, Jeff. Okay, our next story. We have one more story. Our next story, Mark, this is a big deal because we've been talking about this. We've been teasing it. We have our next themed month locked, loaded, on the calendar planned.
Yes, I'm excited for this one too, but I will let you introduce it.
So we're gonna do this. We're not gonna reveal the movies that we're gonna review because we want people to show up week to week, kind of like Billy Zanuary, where they're like, "Oh shit, what are they gonna do this week?" But we will tell you the theme. It's a nice surprise. It's a good surprise. We'll tell you the theme, we'll tell you the name, and we'll tell you when. It's gonna be in June. So this is by the time this comes out, right? It'll still be April, but we'll have May to kind of fuck around and do whatever. And then it's a themed month again. And we're doing a themed month of all Jaws knockoffs. No Jaws. That would be too easy. We're doing all Jaws knockoffs. So we're not going to reveal the movies that we're doing, although it's pretty easy, I think, to kind of figure out. Especially if you've been listening to the show, you know that there's one that we're probably going to lead off with. But I was trying to come up with a good title for it because I was like, they're Jaws knockoffs. There's something that I was like, maybe it's called Not So Jawsome June. Like they're Jaws movies, but they're not that Jawsome. And it's in June. Not So Jawsome June. It's a little bit of a mouthful now that I said it out loud.
Yeah.
I was trying to come up with a Shark Week pun.
I couldn't.
Yeah. Can you say it? Say it. Not So Jawsome June.
Not So Jawsome June.
Oh, that's all right.
That
you did, yeah.
Roll off
it does not roll off the tongue.
Too bad, actually.
It's okay. I think it looks cooler in type than it does. It's not as cool when you say it.
Yeah, I would say if these are really terrible films, you could just call it Shark Week.
Shark Week is funny. It's Shark Week all month long. Every week, it's Shark Week. Well, I'll tell you this. A couple of the movies, although they're Jaws knockoffs, a couple of the movies are quite good, I think. But there are two that are questionable. Dude, should we watch Free Willy? That's a great fucking idea. I mean, it's not a Jaws knockoff. That's just a good movie. Should we warm up our Jaws knockoffs month like the last week of May and watch Free Willy. Be like, fuck it, we're watching Free Willy.
I have not seen that since I was a kid, so I'd
it's been a
totally
long
be down.
time.
Is there a 4K of that?
I believe
There's
there
gotta
is a
be,
4K.
right?
I think there's a 4K that exists. And I think Free Willy's
Wow.
directed by somebody crazy, like not Richard Donner, but it's somebody like that.
Tony
Wait,
Scott,
it's directed by Ridley Scott. No,
John Frankenheimer.
oh, dude, that's why. Oh, Mark, it's because it's directed by Simon Windsor. Who's that? The guy who directed, ready? Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
Oh shit!
Wait,
A
hang
show
on.
connect.
Quigley Down Under.
What?
Wait
No.
for it. And the best of her last. The Phantom, starring Billy Zane.
Dude, that actually, if you think about it, it's a perfect way to start it. Then I didn't. That guy has so many show connects.
This guy
That's
has
nuts.
a ton of show connects and a ton of good movies. All right, last week of May, let's watch Free Willy and get warmed up for Jaws knockoffs. Jaws knockoffs June. It's just going to be called Jaws knockoffs June,
That's
aka
crazy.
Short Week. So there you go. And as I said, we will reveal the actual movies probably closer week to week. You'll get it revealed, like kind of like how we did Billy Zanuary. I think some of them I let slip like
perfect.
a couple days before on Instagram, and sometimes they were a surprise to people. So we'll do it just like that. Mark, you got any other news items, or is that it?
I also don't follow the news. The news is that my discs haven't come in.
Mark's discs currently circling the dude. They're with the Jaws knockoffs. They're with the orcas and the Jawses and all that shit swimming around the ships. The porpoises.
Oh man, that'll be so sad if they come damaged. That's the only news I have. I might be sad if they come damaged. Are you
gonna buy 15 other copies though? Like the Hitcher, if it's damaged. You will.
Well, actually, no. The life is too expensive now.
Yeah,
to do
dude.
that.
Your shipping bill is going to be through the roof if you attempt to ship 15 more units of the same movie.
Dude, can you imagine?
You better watch out, though.
Jesus.
Because I'm not even being a dick. Because a lot of the new physical media releases, and I think a couple from Umbrella, have had errors. Like, the disc itself in the authoring has had, like, some kind of fault in its audio track or something. They've had a couple of those, and they've had to send replacement discs out to people. So you may want to keep an eye out for that shit once you get the fall.
Oh god, that would suck.
Because they weren't the ones. Were they the ones that did the Cell, that released the Cell, or was that Arrow? That might be Arrow.
They did. I think they did the Cell as well. No,
the Cell disc.
Syndrome?
No, that Vinegar Syndrome didn't do that. The Cell disc had a lot of problems, dude. I'm not kidding. They even had I
haven't even watched mine yet.
Dude, there was no quality control on it. There were like repeated scenes, duplicate scenes, and people dude, I'm not kidding. You should get a replacement disc. You're supposed to get a replacement disc, but you have to fill out a whole thing.
Oh my god. I'm definitely beyond my return window, that's for sure.
Oh, you're definitely out of the window.
That's the other news I have. I'm beyond my return window.
Boop, 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 boop. This just in, Mark is out of his return window for the Cell on 4K.
Oh my god, dude, physical media got so much harder to do.
It did. You came in. I'm going to tell you something. I don't want to sound discouraging because you're my friend and I like having you in this hobby, but you picked the worst fucking time to come back.
Don't tell him that.
You picked the worst time to get into physical media again, Mark. He did. He picked the
Don't
worst.
tell him that so he keeps collecting. You have someone to talk to.
You got to keep collecting, but you really came at the worst time.
No, actually, it's the right time because you know what? It's just gonna get worse for all y'all.
Thank you. There you go. That's some.
That was terrible.
That's terrible.
Terrible news.
I know it was a bad omen. Well, it is our news segment. We did need some more bad news.
It's gonna get worse.
Sorry. Buy it up now before it goes up.
There you go. Buy it up now. The producer in the booth.
That shit is true. I had to spend like $150 for the fucking Limey just to watch it in 4K.
Yeah, dude.
That's
so
sad.
I know. I had to overspend slightly. I could have gotten a deal on it, but I wanted to get that Small Soldier Steelbook that's coming, and I couldn't get the pre-order. And so then I went through this other site that was like $10 more. And it killed me to do it, but I was like, I don't give a fuck because I want the movie really bad.
Yeah, but $10 more in a
It's-
few months, that $10 more becomes like $100 more.
That's true.
Like that happened with the Ad Astra one. I miss Ad Astra, the Steelbook. Now it's like over $100, and
Yeah.
no one watched this movie.
That's a
crazy.
hefty steelbook. I've seen it on eBay a couple times, couple places, couple spaces. All right, I think that closes out news. Asbot, do you have some kind of a fun bite to take us out of this one? Something good. Oh, it seems like he's maybe in the spirit of Jaws knockoffs. What's he got?
Hand shark!
Oh, hand shark, he says. Got it. Mark, this week we are reviewing a movie that I'm not ashamed to admit I was looking very much forward to this movie all year since I heard about it come out initially.
Yeah.
And it was purely based on the poster and the title and the kind of idea behind it. And that movie is Freaky Tales. It's the movie we're going to be reviewing this week. And the reason I was excited, well, who cares, right? Well, here's why. Mark knows this. I love anthologies. I love horror anthologies. And I saw the title. I saw the poster. It's got like Pedro Pascal with like a hatchet. And this guy, like a basketball player, he's got like a samurai sword. And there's Ben Mendelsohn with like a sawed-off shotgun. And I'm like, whoa, what is this? This is going to be crazy. So I just saw that title. I saw the poster. I saw the cast. And I saw anthology. I heard anthology and I was like, this is going to be awesome. So I've been very excited to see this movie. And Mark and I were going to review something different this week. And we decided to bump it last minute just so we could watch Freaky Tales. Now, before we reveal how we felt, Mark, do you want to play predictions?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're going to play predictions. So if you're familiar with the show, if you listen week to week, you know that what happens is Mark and I will try to guess how the other one thinks about the movie. And then we'll reveal it kind of after our initial thoughts. But let me fill the space here so we got time. I need something good here, dude. This is a pretty long boo. This is when The Rock got booed. Listen to when The Rock gets booed.
Probably all depends on who's playing Superman. I will just say that. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay, that was not enough booing. I thought there was going to be like 60 more seconds of booing, and Asbot screwed us over. Okay. It's okay, because I'm done writing my prediction. Are you done with your prediction?
WWE. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Got it.
All right. So let's play predictions now for Freaky Tales. And before we do our predictions, I'm just going to tell people at home, this movie is called Freaky Tales. It's available on digital. You can rent it now. And it's directed by a directing team, Ryan Fleck and Anna Boden. And I wanted to point this out because they're a very weird directing pair. Their filmography is fucking bizarre. They have made...
Really?
Dude, they went from making like weird indie movies like Half Nelson. Remember that movie Half Nelson with Ryan Gosling before he was
that's
a
them?
big deal? Yep. And then they made a gambling movie with Ben Mendelsohn called Mississippi Grind. That's okay. And
I've not heard of that one.
I haven't seen that one. I've heard of it. And then they made, ready for this? Watch out. They made Captain Marvel. Womp womp.
Oh, they did.
They
Wow.
made Captain Marvel. So I think this is their first. I think this is the first thing they've made post Captain Marvel, because they got a lot of hate for that one. So they're making Freaky Tales 2025. Mark, do you want to start? What's your prediction for me with Freaky Tales?
All right, I'm going to read this off right now. I said, Matt really loved it, and the last part was his favorite.
Ooh, okay. Damn. Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's kind
the
of
anthology.
vague, I guess.
We got 4. I think there are 4 stories. There are 4 chapters.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to come out and say, here's my prediction. Mark hated it and fell asleep. I'm going to say Mark hated Freaky Tales and fell asleep. I'm not going to guess the part he fell asleep at. Fuck it. I'll guess it. I'll guess it. Mark fell asleep during the second chapter where the girls have the freestyle rap competition, and then he fell asleep. Okay. Mark. The co-directors of Captain
Wow, that's
Marvel
very specific.
bring us Freaky Tales, and I want to tell people what this is about because usually the movies are so big, I feel like I don't have to do the plot thing. I'm like, everybody fucking knows what like Halloween kills. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to do the work. But for this, I think a lot of people don't know what this is. Freaky Tales is an anthology about, and I probably should have read this plot before I watched the movie. An NBA star,
Interesting.
a corrupt cop, a female rap duo, teenage punks, neo-Nazis, and a debt collector embark on a collision course in 1987 Oakland, California. The reason I said that shit is because I'm a horror fan, lifelong horror fan, and you know me, and I am no stranger to getting tricked, like to getting fleeced by like a great VHS box art cover and a great title. Like, I'll see some shit. Full Moon was notorious for this. Like, oh shit, fucking, you know, Deathstalker. And I'd be like, this movie looks fucking crazy. Looks, this is gonna be the greatest movie of my life. And maybe it was kind of a halfway decent movie. Okay, Mark, that happened to me all throughout mostly my childhood, but it still happens today. I'm a young man. I'm no Jeff from Love of Cinema. I'm not 50, but I'm 42. I'm gonna be 42.
You're much younger.
Much younger. Mark is much younger. Everybody's much younger than Jeff. Jeff is a senior citizen, but
he's an old piece of shit.
He's an old piece of shit. He doesn't know how to use the phone, and he's an old piece of shit. Mark, I got suckered. I got suckered by Freaky Tales because I saw the name, I saw the poster, right, and I was like, "This is gonna be cool." You know what I thought? Oh wait, I'll save for what I thought. But this is my initial
Can
my
I
initial
say
tell.
something really quick?
Yeah, is I was tricked. I was tricked, Mark.
I actually second guessed myself, and I kind of went through something similar, but I actually wanted to put in this. Matt was initially confused because when I went into this, I thought it was going to be like, you know, that one that Snoop Dogg did, that anthology where it's like true horror slasher tales. After like maybe, and this is, I'm not going to reveal what I thought, but there was a part where I was like, I thought this was going to be more like horror centric.
Yes.
Because it's called Freaky Tales, but the freakiness is actually a very small portion of the movie.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I actually thought it was going to be like super, very dark. I mean, kind of. I mean, I knew it would have some sort of humor just based on the poster and what I'd seen. But I also thought it was going to go into like, okay, we are actually in the slasher and horror territory 100%, and this one did not.
It's not even close, dude. It was like a fraction. Like the tenuousness of the freaky in the title, the connection got more and more tenuous as the movie went on.
Yeah.
Because there's one chapter, I'm just gonna say it, the second chapter with the girls, the rapping duo, Danger Zone, it has nothing. Not only does it does not have an arc at all. There's nothing remotely freaky about it. There's no scares. I would argue there's no plot. That whole second chapter, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to say it.
Two people get freaky, though.
I'm going to say it, dude.
If you know what I mean.
I didn't fucking like this movie. I'm going to tell you. I didn't fucking like this movie, and I got to say it. I didn't fucking like it, Mark. I got fleeced. I got tricked. And I want to say something about this. You said it very plainly, and I appreciate how you said it, because you were like, it should be horror-centric. You're expecting something horror-centric. So, you know what I thought of? Have you ever seen Tales from the Hood?
That's, I think, what I was talking about.
Okay.
Is that presented by Snoop Dogg, right?
No, that's Clarence. It's Clarence Williams III. He plays like the devil.
Oh, okay, I'm mixing them up.
Yeah. No, dude, I expect, and I love Tales from the Hood. Tales from the Hood, it's like a fun urban horror anthology, but like, it's very much a horror anthology. So each story is self-contained. There's a clear narrative arc. There's always a villain who gets a comeuppance, kind of Tales from the Crypt style. There's great gore, great effects. There's some scares, even if the chapter is not good. And there's maybe one Tales from the Hood chapter that's like not the best. It's still fucking awesome because it's this side. Yeah. It's not only is it horror. At the end of the day, you can always get away with the fact that, hey, I saw this fun little horror short. Tales from the Hood was a different slice of horror that me as a young white horror fan, I never got to see that before. So it was cool for me. I got to see a totally different culture.
Yeah.
I got to see what they wanted to do with a horror movie, and it's a fucking fun movie with great creature effects. Really fun. I can't recommend Tales from the Hood enough.
I'm gonna write this down.
And I think that was my mistake. My mistake was thinking Freaky Tales, 1987, Oakland, California. You see a poster with Pedro Pascal, weapons. Dude, what are you supposed to think? Doesn't it seem like that would be Tales from the Hood? Dude, Freaky Tales, nothing freaky happens. Nothing freaky at all.
The eyes glow.
Dude, the eyes glow. That I kept waiting for that to pay off. I was like, are the neo-Nazis going to be revealed to be like demons with glowing eyes or something? Yes, they never explained the like. That's what I was saying. Like they kept adding dumb shit like the green lightning. Nothing added up.
Well, here's the thing. It's like it does actually start out pretty cool because you're like, okay, these people, these two groups, these two opposing groups are battling it out. You see this green lightning. It has this really cool retro intro. And for the most part, I was thinking like, okay, cool. This is just a setup and kind of like it's to throw the audience off because it's like we're just watching this and then maybe these groups break off and they have their own little horror tales to tell based on whatever this lightning is that's coming from the sky. And
yes.
And then it turns out that that is like totally glossed over and there's very little follow-up to it at all.
I wish
the
movie was what
like,
you said. I wish that was the movie we got.
But do you think it's because it's also an anthology that has like A-listers? It's got Tom Hanks. It's got Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
So do you feel as though they maybe had to tone it down or it was toned down or it just originated toned down because they knew they would be getting big name actors? Whereas in anthology, it's like you can kill off certain people and do things because they're really not named actors. So you have more freedom to play around with the characters. You know what I mean? Also, one thing can I say that really bothered me was Tom Hanks didn't fucking come back even in the post-credit scene to say what that fucking movie was.
I know what the movie was.
Away, just
it's
in
breaking
case
away.
Anyone's wondering, it's breaking away.
Yeah, it's breaking away.
But,
I knew immediately.
I mean, that's a perfect
it's the
example
most
though,
obvious
of how this
thing
movie
of being like,
doesn't.
What's a 1979 movie about underdogs? I was like, oh, it's breaking away. This movie's so boring. It's gonna say it's breaking away. I knew it was breaking away.
But don't you feel as though that kind of sets up the movie too? It's like, okay, we're gonna set up stuff but not pay it off.
Yes. And everything's wasted. It's like by the time you get to the Pedro Pascal chapter, and I will say, okay, so there are 4 chapters, right? There's the neo-Nazis versus the punks in 1987, which I think we should go chapter by chapter. Then there's the rap duo, the girl rap duo who gets called up on stage at the Too Short concert. Then there's the Pedro Pascal chapter where he's like a fucking bookie, like a debt collector guy who his wife
he like
dies in like a freak shootout.
And...
Yeah. And then he's got to answer for that. And then he's basically like never going to get out from underneath these people's thumb. He's always going to have to work for them no matter what. And the 4th chapter,
one more job after the
there's
next.
Always one more job. And the 4th chapter, I think, is clearly far and away the best thing in the movie. It's kind of what I wanted. It's not quite horror, but it's got at least a full arc. It feels really gory and crazy. And as opposed to the punk chapter, it's got like real violence and great gore gags. Because the 4th chapter is about a Golden State Warriors NBA player who has like the best game of his life, but on that same night, his family is murdered because they come home early while his house is being robbed, and then he takes revenge because he's got some kind of psychic power and he can find the bad guys, and he has a samurai sword, and he just basically lays waste to this whole house. It's like a full complete story, which is, I can't say that about any other chapter in the movie. It's the only decent fucking chapter. It's crazy to me. But dude, at least that basketball chapter has like real practical gore gags. Compare that to the punk chapter in the beginning. It's all CG blood, and it looks like shit. That fucking fight, when they finally go to it, looks horrible.
Well, I think it's supposed to be like hyper stylized because they were also adding like animation bits into it. I was gonna say that initially I was confused, but I started to understand and like the aesthetics of the movie. I like that. I always love the mixture of like, you know, okay, we're gonna shoot this 4x3 because it's actually supposed to be from the viewpoint of like a camcorder. I love that stuff. I like the little animations. It does add to the punkiness of it. Visually, I thought I liked each segment, and I agree with you. The last section, there was even a part where when he finally takes the jacket off, and I was like, this guy, if they need a young Blade, could
This
totally
is the
pull it
guy.
off. That
Yeah,
guy's fucking
totally.
awesome. He's
Yeah.
fast. He looks like he knows what he's doing. It doesn't look like he's been trained. It looks like he naturally knows how to slash motherfuckers. And when he jumps over the staircase,
Yeah,
ninja
dude.
stars those three fuckers on the stairs.
That
and
was
then,
great.
Whacks
He
that other
also
dude.
had that kind of Wesley
Fucking
Snipes
awesome.
style karate kick, that like high kick, that
Yeah.
side kick. I thought the same thing you did, dude. I was like,
and he's
if
got
you're-
that charisma too.
He's got the but I was like, if you're thirsting for Blade content after Deadpool and Wolverine, this chapter of Freaky Tales is at least worth a look.
Oh yeah. Even I feel as though they even went that route, because when they take you to his safe room, it's all like, Asian style weapons. He's got the katanas on the wall. The way he dresses himself, even the vest looks very similar when he's slotting in the throwing knives. It felt
Yes.
very Blade-esque. And it almost felt like, I'll be honest, if they were trying to pitch themselves for a Blade movie, I think as directors with that guy, they would make a fucking awesome Blade movie.
Yeah, they would make a good Blade movie,
100%.
because you know what they can't do is make a good anthology movie.
You know what's funny? I
Did you
initially
like
had
the
that
movie at
confusion that
all?
you did. Oh, let me explain that. I think I'll get to there. When I first started watching the movie, I had that same initial reaction, especially after the second segment. But I love the characters and I like the actors in it, and I thought their performances were fantastic. So I was kind of like, okay, yeah, it's not horror like I was expecting, but I'll stick around for the ride. And as it progressed, I actually started to like it more and more. And I think I really loved the movie, mainly due to the last sequence. But I actually really enjoyed the movie and had a fun time with it.
Wow.
I do wish that it was more. I think there was tons of that's not to say there weren't missed opportunities, because there's that psychic center, which I was really hoping that's like
Would
one of my
pay off
favorite
in
things,
some
like
kind of
weird
way.
cults.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
So
thought that was going to be
actually
the
like,
explanation
that would be so cool
for the green
leads to
lightning.
this.
I thought the Cytopics was
Yeah.
going to be the green lightning, and that there was going to be some kind of an explanation like, oh, all the evils that are happening in Oakland at this time are all because of this phenomena, this lightning, and the Cytopics people have been brought to kind of battle it. But that's me extrapolating. That is never said, hinted at, nothing. Like, what I'm saying is, I think, far more interesting than the movie. You know what's funny? I think our predictions for each other are basically flipped. You revealed how you felt in your prediction, and I revealed how I felt in my prediction. Because Mark liked it, and I kind of hated this movie.
Well, I think it is a confusing movie, so it would be very hard to really guess. Because if you were expecting horror, you would have to... That's a lot to combat, because you have your notion of what the movie is, and then you have to get over that and then like the movie for what it is. So I understand where you're coming from and the disappointment. I think after a while, I guess it didn't bother me as much, although I'll concede there's a lot of problems with the movie in terms of like storyline. And also, doesn't it come across as like magic realism to a degree too? Because it's like, here's some unexplained stuff. We're not really going to expand on it. You just have to accept that this is what happens, like when they get in the bus, and maybe they're just representations of what's going on in their mind or feelings when the bus just takes off. But if you combine all those green elements, they don't really match or have
they don't go
anything to do
together.
with each other.
They don't go together at all, because the green elements, if I remember correctly, in the opener it's the lightning. In the rap group one, it's the microphone. In the Pedro Pascal one, this was a big time stretch. The Pedro Pascal one was the kid crying the tear. That was a big stretch. Yeah. And the last one, it was all over. It was like the sword.
It didn't make sense either.
There was some stuff with the eyes. Then lightning was kind of back. You're right. I forgot about the bus. I get what you're saying, and I do agree. By the way, I wanted to say, I did like the way it looked, except for the CG blood. I thought the CG blood in the punk one was awful, like dog shit awful. Especially when they had real
It
blood
does.
gags
Digital
later.
blood always takes me out. Yeah.
Oh, it looks, dude. They had real gore gags in the NBA player one, the chapter at the end, and it looked fantastic. Like when he punches through that guy,
I think that's,
and the camera is right behind to see
awesome.
his fist come through.
Yeah.
That looked great. That looked fucking great.
Yeah.
I wanted more of that because
when you juxtapose the two scenes together,
Yeah.
it makes it harder to accept that digital blood.
I like to fuxtaposed, right? Don't fuxtapose with my anthologies, bro. Mark, you know what? Here's the other thing. This is the problem. And again, I'm going to come at this from a screenwriting standpoint. Just like Tales from the Hood, just like the final sequence in this movie, they have a complete story. There's an arc. There's an up, a middle, and a down, right? The first 2 chapters of this movie do not have that. And I would argue,
yeah, I totally agree.
Have
with
no
that.
purpose other than to be like, we needed to fill space in the movie and we needed to have this Pulp Fiction. Dude, that's the other thing. They try to do this like Pulp Fiction trick or treat thing where the stories intersect. And those moments are so lame.
But briefly.
Because in Trick or Treat,
And
there's like
they also.
Oh, sorry. In Trick or Treat, there's meaningful moments where the characters. Oh, sorry. You're on like a weird delay, so I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, really?
In Trick or Treat, there are like moments where there's meaningful character interactions, where like a character will run into the other one, and it not only is it a cool isolated moment, it also explains shit later for you. It hints at other things in their stories. There's meaning. Here, it's like we have to have Pedro Pascal show up in the punk one where he's in the diner. We have to have the rap group girls show up here. Like there was no meaning behind it. And I just was like, are people even trying? Do people care anymore in this fucking movie?
It felt, though, the diner scene definitely felt like a bit of a stretch because it's sort of like, first of all, he's definitely older than them. Like, why
is he talking to them?
They show that to him, and he looks like a fucking cop because now they just dress him like Joel from The Last of Us. So he just always looks like an undercover cop. So I agree with you. There are a lot of things that don't make sense. And I do agree with you in that I don't feel as though movies should be bait and switch. If you title something, it's like, people should get what they're expecting at the end of the day.
100%.
You kind of like, you trick them through marketing or just misnaming things. I feel as though you make a disservice to your movie because you just confuse your audience because they're going to go in for one thing and most of your audience, I'd say 80% of them, if they feel as though it's a bait and switch, they will not like the movie. And you're relying on 20% of the people to like get over that and be like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to sit through and accept the rest of this movie. So that's like a very tough sell.
It is a tough sell, but you know what? I'm from that. I love that scene in Matinee where John Goodman is basically like, if there's a giant ant on the poster, that giant ant needs to appear within 10 minutes of the first reel happening. And I subscribe to that. Like, that's a very real thing. If it's what's advertised on the box, it should be what I get. Don't full moon me. Don't give me a fake awesome looking movie like 976 Evil that has this awesome cover, and then I click it on Tubi and I watch it and it fucking blows and has nothing to do with that cover. Fuck that. Also, wait, can we also let's talk about the second chapter, dude. The girls at the Too Short concert when they rap. There's no arc. There's literally no story, Mark. This is the story. They're 2 girls. They're aspiring. They're like indie rappers almost in the 80s. They're like trying to make it.
Yeah.
And they work in an ice cream shop. Ben Mendelsohn comes in. He's like a pervert. He says some perverted shit to them. Great. And then they get invited to go on stage at the Too Short concert to rap battle him. They rap battle him. That's the movie. And by the way, that rap battle takes forever. It keeps going. There's like, at a certain point, I was like, when's this going to end? Like, was I the only one? I hated that chapter.
Well, here's the thing. I feel as though it's like, I didn't think it was a bad chapter. I felt as though it was like, it should have been like a movie like One of Them Days. I'd watch the 2 of them if they had their own movie and that was that whole section was their feature, then I'd be into it. But because it's part of this anthology, and like you said, it doesn't really connect too much with the other stories. It just almost feels like it could have easily been, if you lifted that segment, you may have enjoyed the movie more because at least the punks and Nazis have to do with the last segment because they're the ones that are robbing the basketball players. Pedro Pascal's section makes sense because he's also in the house at the end too. So the only real one, like you said, that doesn't really make sense, and I feel as though it drags. It's not because it's really a bad segment, in my opinion.
No, it's just because there's no connection.
Like it drags because it's so disconnected from the rest of the other stories. You know
what I thought they were going to do? I thought that's where the movie, again, I'm sitting here extrapolating and pretending that the movie is something that it isn't. But I was like, oh, I'm wondering, because when her microphone glowed with the green shit, I was like, oh, I wonder if they're trying to tell you, like, is this going to take a monstery turn where you realize she's very talented because she's not human? There's something else with her. And then she gets revealed in a kind of Tales from the Dark Side way to be this kind of creature that roams the night that kind of then wanders through other chapters later. That would have been a great button.
Yeah.
Nope. Their bus just
if
flies away.
If she was going to other rap battles, just killing people in the green room afterward, that would be cool.
That would be great.
Like, that would make total sense.
And that would be some freaky shit.
And then she could come back at the end, or exactly.
You need listen. If your movie's fucking called Freaky Tales,
house at the end,
you need to have a checklist that's like, does freaky shit happen in said chapter? And if your answer is no, you have failed as a filmmaker.
Well, here's the thing: like all the green stuff in this movie, if you got rid of it, you would not miss it at any point.
Yeah, absolutely.
You should want if you include something in a movie and it's extracted, your audience should miss it. And that's how you would know that, we'll keep this in. But if it's still in there and it doesn't make any impact, then it's just being weird for weird's sake. But that doesn't work because it doesn't tie anything together. It just creates confusion because you're like, what the fuck is this green lightning? What is this group, this cultish group? And then at the end, it's like, then you have all these people on the staircase, but you're like, so they got converted, but what's the point?
Yes. Also,
like it's sort of like you went nowhere in the story.
If you want to just do a cool visual thing with the green lightning and the little green hints here and there, then I think whatever, then just put it in and don't make a big deal about it. But the fact that the opening narration literally calls it out, there's some green shit happening in the air, weird energy, nobody knows what it is. It is deliberately calling attention to it and setting up something, like you like to say, Mark, with this. It's setting up something it's never going to pay off. It never pays off in any meaningful way. And I would argue, then don't do it. Don't talk about it. If you want to have green lightning in one scene, just throw it in there.
And it's also not like this, because the way they portray it is kind of like in the animation, if I'm recalling this correctly, it's like a storm that's above Oakland.
Yes.
The rest of the movie is very bright and sunny. It's sort of like, if you want this to at least be an omnipresent thing, just have every scene overcast, and it should always be raining. It should always have that green lightning.
Yes.
But it's like, it just fucking goes away.
Mark, can you remake this movie? Why don't you just remake Freaky Tales? Because you clearly have a better handle on the material than the actual... Dude, you just gave me a good idea for this too, where like every chapter, that green lightning, that green storm, that's what's making weird shit happen. And it's connected, and it's in every single chapter.
Yeah. And the other thing too is like each of your characters, if you have that green lightning, I felt that each of those characters should have been struck by the lightning physically. Like, oh, she can beat this guy in a rap battle. She got hit by this lightning. It gave her some powers. That guy can battle all the Nazis because it hit him and he's got all these powers now.
Yes.
But you kind of like, it's like they gave him these powers, but we never really saw how. So we just have to assume that something happened, but it's a movie, so you have to show it. You can't just make that's the problem with movies. People forget it's like a visual medium, and you have to show certain things. You can't just sometimes you can't just leave everything to the audience, because even if they're super intelligent, you can always miss something if information is presented in the wrong way.
Or if it's presented in a shitty aspect ratio, like when you're in the third row at the IMAX and everybody's fat head, and you miss things. That's the irony, dude. That's what I call a fuxtaposed. You fuxtaposed your movie and you put it against some shit that was better, and you fucked up. Mark, did you get anything out of...
That's a good point you made just there. There's so many cool horror anthologies out there. Like, if you name yourself as such, you're already putting yourself in this race with these other horror anthologies, and you will be judged by those.
Yes.
And you shouldn't be surprised if the people that watch those anthologies and were expecting that will shit on your movie. That's just the nature of humans.
Dude, and you also don't have to have. I'm not saying you got to compete with the creep shows and the trick or treats. These are like the best of the best. Like, Tales from the Hood is just trying to do its own thing, and it's fucking fantastic. If you take nothing away from this episode, take that. Go watch Tales from the Hood instead. It's a fantastic. I think it's what this movie wishes it was. Because I think that's the other thing.
Well, you know what? Another
Tales from the Hood is trying to say something in each of its segments. It's giving you a bit of a message, but it's doing it in a super entertaining way. So it's the best kind of satire, right? Because it's speaking truth, but it's doing it in a clever way. This has nothing to say, and it thinks it's saying something. It's really trying to hammer home a couple of messages, and it misses.
Didn't it feel very Gen Z to you?
Yes, I didn't buy that any of the punks were like 1980s punks. I was like, these are Gen Z kids playing dress up.
It's like no one from the movie outside of Pedro Pascal actually experienced that time period.
Yes.
So they don't know how it works.
Yes.
So it kind of looks like the time period in terms of like fashion, cars, maybe architecture. But it's sort of like when you see when you're watching a fantasy film and then you just see someone that just for some reason, you know how they just look contemporary.
Yes.
And you're like, what the fuck is
You're
this
like,
guy doing in the movie?
Did this guy just shop at Urban Outfitters? Why is he here?
Yeah.
Why is he in the Wheel of Time?
And the 80s, like late 80s, you have so much to pull from, even in terms of movies that you can watch from that time period to get an idea of what it was. So now it feels more like artifice or people just that went to a vintage shop and just dressed like the 80s, but they actually never experienced it.
It was exactly what this movie is. It was them trying to tell me, hey man, it's the 80s. Look at these 80s kids. And it was nothing remotely close. It was all cosplay. That's what it was. It was Gen Z kids cosplaying
like
as 80s kids. Yeah, they were like LARPers.
It felt very Brooklyn, even though this is supposed to be like Oakland. And Oakland back
movie,
in the day was not as good as what they portray Oakland to be. A lot like cleaner and like, I remember it was terrible, you know.
It
this
might
is more
still
like
be
new
kind of
Oakland, which
terrible.
is having a bit of a revival.
That's
true. Most of the California cities are taking a big shit.
Yeah, dude. If you go, listen, I currently live in the Bay Area, and I'm going to tell you, I got no love for Oakland. I'm sorry, Oakland listeners. You guys got to fix some shit out there.
Bridge?
No, dude. I went to the fucking airport once. My Uber driver got lost, and we got lost in the middle of a shantytown. How did that happen? It was set up in the middle of a street, Mark. In the middle of a street was a shantytown.
I've seen photos of that, yeah.
Yeah,
but
I was on that
around
street.
that lake is really nice. I forgot the name of the lake though.
Oh, that one little lake is a nice place.
Yeah. Anything in this country, anything near water automatically becomes like the prosperous neighborhood.
I wish we would have had someone from Oakland who lived through the 80s in Oakland to tell us, no, you guys are fucking dumb. This movie's awesome for this reason. It brought me right back. But I don't think you're going to find anybody like that because I don't think, you said,
the thing is,
this isn't the true Oakland.
Well, what you need is like, you know how when you have the military advisor on like a war movie, you need someone. Here's the thing: no one wants to talk to old fucks like Jeff that's 50 and over.
50.
You know what I mean,
dude? If you have a military advisor,
people,
if you have a military advisor on your movie, it's always Captain Dale Dye. It's always that guy. I know him by heart. Every fucking movie, it's that guy, and he shows up in movies too. Like if he's a military advisor, he was in Saving Private Ryan. He was in a couple of the top. Like,
oh wow,
Captain Dale Dye is always that guy. Anyway, little trivia there. There's a fucking fun fact. We're gonna put that on Jeff's message.
Oh shit, you got it.
Captain Dale Dye, DYE.
But don't you feel as though there should be like what would you call a vintage advisor? Like, just bring a fucking old person.
Find
on
a
set
guy
and
who was actually.
what happened.
Well, they actually did. That's what's sad. Is the rapper Too Short?
Oh really?
The rapper Too Short in the movie. That's where they got the Freaky Tales name from. He's got a song called Freaky Tales. Too Short is in the movie, but he's played by a different guy, the younger Too Short. The real Too Short cameos as Ben Mendelsohn's partner. When he goes in the car and they're at the ice cream shop and he's like, "Where's my fucking Rocky Road?" That's Too Short. So
yeah, that motherfucker was not in the movie long enough to be an advisor. He was just in a few scenes.
But I think he was also
they
like
booted his ass off.
Yeah, they took their fucking title and idea from his song, gave him a cameo, and didn't bother to ask him, "Hey man, what was Oakland like in the '80s? Did we get it right?" You know what I mean? Like, it's not hard. I'm sorry, I have nothing positive to say. I don't mean to shit on another movie. I shat on the movie last week. I'm shitting on the movie again this week. Mark, do you have any other nice things to say about Freaky Tales?
Oh yeah, I really love the cast. I thought all those young kids were awesome actors. I enjoyed hanging out with them. That's one of the reasons why I was able to set aside all my problems with the movie, because I enjoyed the cast. I thought they were like charismatic. Most of them weren't complete cunts, so they were easy to get along with. Like I find that good movies, like even if the movie's bad, if the cast feels like people you'd want to be friends with or hang out with and chat with,
then you can overlook a bad movie.
Shit, then you can be like, yeah, this is a fun movie just to sit with characters. And kind of like, I'm not saying this is a bad movie, but like, you know, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, if done right, you just want the movie to keep going because you love the characters so much.
Yes.
So I also think the other thing that really made me like the movie is because the last thing is the last scene is whatever is going to leave that final taste in your mouth. And it just happened to be so good, and it was blocked really well. All the bad guys got the comeuppance that you'd wanted them to get as Nazis. And, you know, Pedro Pascal, he escapes with the baby. So there is a nice happy ending. So the final scene really sealed it for me, that I was like, okay, yeah, actually, I do like this movie. And I'll be honest, there's probably a chance that I'll rewatch it just without my horror expectations, you know? Just to give it a fair shot, because I did go into this movie like, oh man, I cannot wait. Pedro Pascal, he's coming off of a zombie horror movie. I mean, TV series or streaming series. This is going to be really fun because he's probably going to like bring that gravitas with him. And that just turned into like something completely different. So I do understand your side of the story, but I'll be honest, as the movie went on, I just enjoyed hanging out with the characters.
I did not. I couldn't imagine rewatching that. You couldn't fucking pay me to rewatch this movie. I just couldn't.
Would you rewatch the last scene, by the way?
Yeah, I would probably rewatch the last sequence, and that's it. Even that is a bit of a stretch, but that was so well done, because it's actually that's what's on the tin. That's what's on the poster. Like, that pays it off. I would totally fucking rewatch that last bit. But I thought the movie was a slog to get through. I hated just about every character except for the basketball player. Even Pedro Pascal I thought was kind of boring. Like, they didn't give him anything. It's all
that is a very generic backstory and character.
It's so generic. They gave him nothing.
But
yes,
I'm gonna keep going.
But it's not even like they made him funny or charming or whatever. Like, they gave him nothing. There's no characterization.
He doesn't, by the way, you know what sucks about it too? He doesn't even get his revenge.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they give him
that guy
nothing.
Kills everyone and he just leaves with an axe. Like, he basically got the easiest paycheck because he just strolled through.
And tell me what a fucking, that's a rug pull, dude. The fucking poster for the movie has Pedro Pascal holding that axe. That's a fucking lie.
He never uses.
He never uses.
Never uses that
axe.
It's
a lie. It's a fucking lie. This whole movie's a lie, dude.
Oh, it's very similar to A Working Man. They show the poster with the sledgehammer, which you pointed out last week.
And he never uses it.
And he never uses it. This is another. I think a lot of people they're not getting that they have to pay off things that they show you.
Yes.
Which is a huge problem.
Yes. It can't just be whatever cool in the moment for that thing and then you leave it. Like,
yeah,
nothing connects if you do it that way. That's why I couldn't imagine going back to revisit this movie, because I'm like, I don't like any of these characters. I don't find any of them interesting. None of this is remotely entertaining. The only thing I like is the Blade sequence, and it's because it reminds me of another movie. It reminds me of two. It reminds me of Blade. It reminds me of Tales from the Hood. That's the only sequence I liked. Yeah, even Ben Mendelsohn, dude. I was like, they gave him nothing.
Here's what I honestly think they should do. If they should have scrapped the title. They should have just done the last segment, but stretch it out so he has to kill. It's more of this onslaught with him killing Nazis. Like, in this day and age, who doesn't want to see someone like slicing Nazis up? So it's like, that should have just been the whole movie. think about it this way, like if you are expecting and you're, say for example, nobody knows that the final sequence is going to happen and it's going to be awesome, right?
Sure.
That's asking a lot of your audience. The only way this works is if they're in the theater, but I can see someone streaming this at home. If the first three are not really going to what the trailer or the poster promises, like you're expecting them to get to the end, many people would probably turn it off after like maybe even the second segment.
Yes.
Because they're probably going to say, well, if half of this movie wasn't delivering on what I was expecting, why would I expect the last 50%?
Right. Yes. Yeah, 100%, dude.
Which means it's a really tough sell. And it's you're hoping, the hope that your audience stays to the end so they can get this experience is like, that's a huge risk to take in my opinion.
Not only is it a risk,
there's nothing really setting anything up.
I think it's just really sloppy. I also think if you're going to say like, well, we're not a horror movie, we're just one of those interlapping Pulp Fiction 90s movies where crazy shit's happening to different people, then you know what those movies have that this movie doesn't have? Those movies had interesting characters, really great dialogue, memorable exchanges between characters where you're like, oh, I have to watch this just for that scene. I have to watch Pulp Fiction just for this dancing scene. I have to watch it just for the Royale with cheese conversation, right? Nobody's doing that with this movie because there's nothing fucking memorable about it. The only memorable thing is the last thing.
That's true. There's a lot of references that you can look at and watch to see what is successful and what makes something actually work because I feel as though anthologies are one of the toughest types of movies to get an audience to like, which is why they're so few and far between. I think Rodrigo was talking about like 4 Rooms. They're just tough movies to get people into because it's like, I'm supposed to watch 4 short films. It just doesn't. Right. It's like it's and they're really so tough totally sell, so different. It makes it even harder for you to.
Yeah, it's just tough, man.
But
it's tough to track a tone. It's tough to track a thesis of your movie or have things land. If like, well, I'm having the bellhop do this in my chapter, you're having him act this way. Like, if you watch that movie, if you watch 4 Rooms, dude, there's no character consistency to Tim Roth at all. He's a completely different person in every story. That movie doesn't work as well for me as it does for some other people. But I will say I agree with you, dude. Anthologies are super fucking hard to get right.
Do you feel, by the way, that this movie could also be like a victim of bad promo? Like maybe I don't know. I didn't read anything about this story, but it also feels like, all right, here's your anthology movie, but it's kind of like, well, you know what's popular is like horror anthologies. And you know what's also popular? Retro movies.
Retro shit.
They're like,
and
how
Pedro
about we
Pascal.
just package this up
That's
as
totally
like a retro
what this
horror
is.
Anthology.
Yes.
And we can release it as such,
Dude,
but I feel as though that could have backfired.
It's the Family Guy thing where the fucking SEALs are picking out the topics for the jokes, and they're hitting a beach ball, and it's like, we're gonna reference this and this. That's what it is. It's like retro movies, horror, Pedro Pascal, Tom Hanks, weird stuff, old 80s hip hop. Dude, they threw it in a fucking blender, and they were like, here we go. We got it all. We hit all the buzzwords, all the cool niche things that the nerds like. They have to like it. It reeks of desperation. I don't like this movie. I'm sorry, I really...
That's hilarious.
I got like super serious. I told you I have nothing kind to say about this movie. Nothing kind. Mark, anything else about Freaky Tales?
No, I guess that's it. I think I've said everything I needed to, I suppose.
Nice. I like it. So there you go.
See, I haven't read any of the ratings, so I'm curious to see what
I think the general
the
general vibe, it's got a 6.5 on IMDb, which I don't understand. It's got a 73%
like above average
on Rotten Tomatoes, 73%.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the critics' consensus on it is bold, funny, and entertaining. Freaky Tales is a vibrantly well-acted period piece that makes up in style what it lacks in narrative substance. That is a bunch of crap.
Interesting.
Yeah, and if you look at the audience reviews, look, this guy, A Love Letter to Oakland, super fun. Yeah, if you're from Oakland if you're from Oakland and you happen to watch this movie, it's going to play great for you. For everyone else, it's in the toilet, dude. It's in the fucking toilet. I would rather watch Free Willy, directed by Simon Windsor.
That guy's a good goddamn director.
Mark, do you want to do Rex? Did you have anything else you wanted to say about Freaky Tales? Or are you good?
No, I'm good, man.
Let's do it. Fuck it. Fucks the pose.
I'm gonna wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck, wreck, wreck it! I'm gonna wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck,
Well, I go on facts, not recommendations, but thank you.
Freaky Tales. He put it in my butt. Watch
Is that like another thing that you want?
That's the
Are
Freaky
you wrecking
Tales.
The porn.
That's
version?
Freaky Tales. Tails. Freaky Tales. You see? See how I did that there? Okay.
And there's like 10 of them plus.
Yes.
That's its anthology. There's like, you know how there's always like 50.
There's got to
of
have
those?
like 50 chapters. Chapter 80. It's it's always like the chapter, and then the chapter title is like spoofing a popular title of a movie. It's like Chapter 80. The penis man always rings twice. And you're like, what? And then you realize they've never even seen The Postman Rings Twice. They just know the title. God. You're like, oh, okay, that's weird.
That's me. I've never seen that. Gotta write that down. Was it The Penis Man Rings Twice?
Dude, I want to see a Freddy versus Jason slasher style clash movie with the Penis Man versus the Bye Bye Man. Bye Bye Man. Bye Bye Man. The Bye Bye Man. Remember that? Remember the Bye Bye Man?
What's the Bye Bye Man?
It was a horror movie from like the mid 2010s.
The
Bye Bye Man.
Really
the Bye Bye Man. The Bye Bye Man. Wait.
That is a terrible name. Oh, wow. This looks like ass.
2017, The Bye Bye Man. Doug Jones. Very good actor. He stars as the Bye Bye Man. You can watch it on Tubi for free.
Oh, man. Carrie Ann Moss and Faye Dunaway.
Dude, Faye Dunaway is in the Bye Bye Man? Holy shit. Okay, well, I know what I'm watching.
That's fucking hilarious.
The Bye
It's on
Bye
Tubi
Man.
for free.
The Bye Bye Man. Mark, let's talk about
Yes,
Rex.
sir.
What do you fucking... Yeah, you want to start? You want to start on Rex?
Yeah, I'll
dude?
start. Dude, I bet you've seen this, so it won't be as a surprise to you as it was to me. I was watching an interview with Robert Rodriguez, and he mentioned, he's like, there's this small movie that came out when Jeffrey Dahmer was arrested or something, and he's like, because of that, the movie got no promo and it bombed. I watched Body Parts. Holy fuck, that movie's insane.
Oh, the Jeff Fahey
it had
movie.
that same... Who's that?
Body Parts, Jeff Fahey? The actor Jeff Fahey? The actor in the film you watched? Is
he the guy from Lawnmower Man?
Yes, that's him.
Okay, yeah, I know who it is. That movie is, dude, the car crash sequence at the beginning is fucking insane. And the story, I wrecked another movie called Havoc, and it has the car chase sequences are all CG and they fucking suck because they're not rooted in any sort of physics. This has a car chase sequence where one guy's handcuffed to another person and they're driving side by side on a freeway and they're going in the... Dude,
great
what a
fucking scene.
Crazy scene.
It's crazy too that like knowing what Body Parts is about, where like a guy basically inherits, an amputee inherits the body part of a killer, and like then the killer begins to work through the guy's mind and take over his body, and he slowly becomes the guy, right? How the fuck does that have anything to do with Jeffrey Dahmer? Why? Nothing. It's just like oversensitivity, I guess.
think people just get scared of stuff,
What the? That's so
the movie
weird.
has nothing to do. There's no cannibalism.
No.
But dude, when the murderer comes back and he's they put his head on another body and he's
Yes.
trying to collect his original body.
Yeah.
And there's that scene with the explosion behind it and he's
Dude.
like holding all his limbs. Oh my God. Was
It's
this like a
awesome.
low budget movie? Because it
No,
looks amazing.
It was like a mid-budget horror movie. It had a big theatrical release. This wasn't straight to video. It came out in theaters. I remember it was like in 91 or 92. Wow. It was like a big deal. But in the early 90s at that time, dude, horror was still very big. I know it dies right before Scream.
The Hitcher also had crazy.
But like in the early 90s, you could go to a theater and see these kinds of movies. And they would be like big events. Horror didn't really die in the 90s until like 94. Like 94, 95, those are the dark times. It kind of goes away. Those movies become a little harder. They fade from the consciousness. And Scream brings it back in 96. So I want to say it was like 92.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Like when I see like The Hitcher and this movie, they feel like, okay, these were given like A-list budgets to make a crazy, weird horror film. Do you feel as though we've reached that stage where it's kind of the equivalent now for horror films where they're getting like very big budgets and can do? Because I don't see like crazy action sequences like in The Hitcher with helicopter chase sequences and in this one with the freeway chase. That's like you don't really get, they feel a lot smaller. These feel like expansive.
Well, I think that's also because the technology has improved so much. So now everybody just wants the shorthand of like, just do it in the computer, the fucking background. And you get the shit like the car chase you were talking about where you could tell a difference between a 90s car chase and a car chase from today. Today, they'll build it in a hard drive to fucking save time and money versus in the 90s where they're like, we don't have that shit. We have to wreck real cars and we got to really do it. And it looks awesome.
Dude, when that guy gets launched out of the window and that other car is flipping over.
It looks fucking awesome.
It looks so real.
Dude, that's the other shitty thing I was thinking about, by the way, really quick, is we finally are getting Academy Award recognition for stunties, for stunt people, and it couldn't have come at the worst time, dude, because now we're backing away from physical stunts, and a lot of this shit is digital. And I feel really bad because the best stunt work of all, literally the best stunt work of all time has been unrecognized, except for fans. It's not been recognized by any awards body. It's fucked up because now, what are you gonna, they're gonna, all these fucking CG things, it's a waste. It just feels really bad. You know, this whole industry, man, this is when, it's kind of like you in physical media. You came in at the worst time, bro. The worst time. Mark, you're the Academy Award for stuntmen of collectors.
I wonder what because they have to choose a couple of them. Like, what fucking movies could they be? Like, even, you know, it's crazy. Like, even movies like, say, what was it? That Peter Lorre film, or even what was that? Is it Stagecoach, where the guy goes under the stage? I forget which old Western is, but
Stagecoach.
Like, it seems like we started out with who's that other guy, that comedic dude that I just fucking always forget his name. He's always like hanging on trains and shit.
Buster Keaton.
It feels like Buster Keaton. Doesn't it feel like all the great stunt work was done like in the 30s and then, or 20s, 30s, and now it's just diminishing all the way to our time where it's just like no one does, like, even movies about stunts, like that one with Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah,
didn't
the Fall
feel
Guy.
Like the stunts were as crazy as some of these older movies where you actually felt like they were gonna die.
Yeah, dude. Also, by the way, I could see why you loved Body Parts, because it's the same guy who directed The Hitcher. Same director.
Oh, it is.
It's the same guy. Eric Red. Eric Red is that guy's name. He made Body Parts and The Hitcher. That's why you're a fan of this guy.
And I referenced both of his fucking movies.
You love this guy, Eric Red. He's like your new favorite director, dude.
He's awesome, man.
Yeah, he makes some kick-ass films. He makes some kick-ass films. Mark, anything else about Body Parts?
No, that's it, I think. I highly recommend it, and I feel as though people should see it if they haven't. It's dope.
Okay, motherfucker. Okay. I got a couple new things. I'll do round robin with you. My first new joint, Mark, I finally watched, and I almost was going to recommend this for us to do our review for this week. And I was like, because I saw it and I fell in love with this movie, and I was like, oh, Mark's going to watch this movie. And I was like, you know, I'm going to save it as a rec, because like a fool, I wanted to watch Freaky Tales. Mark, I watched The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. This is the new Looney Tunes movie that recently came out. That is like the last. Well, it'll be the last fully animated wide release for the Looney Tunes because Warner Brothers is kind of like trying to like kill them, and Ketchup Entertainment came in, bought them, whatever. They released the movie, and people were going out for a while, buying tickets to support the movie, just so the Looney Tunes don't disappear. Anyway, I didn't get to catch it in theaters because I'm super busy at work right now, but I got to rent it. It's on digital, and I'm here to tell you, it's fucking great. I'm not even saying it's great because I'm like pro Looney Tune and fuck Warner Brothers, and I want you to support Looney Tunes. It's like legitimately hilarious. I actually wound up watching it twice this week. Yes, because the first time I tried to watch it, I made the mistake of watching it really late, and I was super tired from work. And this is not a knock on the movie. I was just so goddamn tired, I fell asleep. It just happens. You're watching the movie, you fall asleep.
Just like Jeff.
Just like Jeff, dude. But he falls asleep at the wheel of a car as it's moving. Because he's a 50-year-old man, and he's at a crosswalk where the children are crossing for school.
That's why he didn't pick up because he crashed his car.
He didn't pick up because he was handcuffed to another guy driving the ar next to him like body parts. And he was driving through a school zone, and he's like, "Fuck suppose!" And he went over it. And then as his car rolls, a porno tape comes out, and it's Freaky Tales with an AILS.
8.
Chapter 89.
Except the 8 is this way, so it looks like an S.
Fuck hard with a vengeance. Oh, it's a Die Hard 3 parody. We gotta check this one out. I love Die Hard 3. Mark, the day the Earth blew up is like, so I the next day I was like, fuck, I want to watch this movie. So I started watching it earlier, like right after I ate dinner, and I laughed my fucking ass off. It's really funny. It's very cool to see a modern 2D animated movie that looks really good. There is some light CG help here and there, but it's 2D. It's cell animation. It looks fucking awesome. And
that's dope.
The best part is it's legitimately funny because some of the older, like I think some of the classic Looney Tunes shit is funny. Some of it doesn't hit for me, right? Everybody has their favorite Looney Tune. I'm not like a big Porky Pig guy. I don't think Porky Pig is their best character, but I love Daffy. But I think regardless of whether or not you like either character,
hate mail now.
Yep, you'd be like, you fucking you anti-pig motherfucker. That's all, folks, to your podcast, bitch. No, is even if you don't like either character, I would bet you that you will think this movie is funny. It's just very well written.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is it like, did they update it for the age of the audience? Or have they kept it like classic?
No, there's a lot of classic bits, and it's very knowing about its own history. So it sort of winks back to some other things. So if you're looking for that kind of stuff, if you're a diehard fan, lifelong fan, that stuff is there for you. But if you're like a person, like, you know how our animated shows have kind of changed now to be, the humor styles are different. It's very meta. They're a lot more winky about what they're doing.
Just dirty, super dirty.
Or it's super dirty. They don't go super dirty, but they do go meta, which is kind of funny with it. But the Looney Tunes have always broken the fourth wall, right? Even down to the classic bit where the animator's hand is trying to erase him as he's doing the bit.
Yeah.
So to me, they almost kind of invented that shit for animation. So it feels right at home, dude. It feels really fast paced, really funny. There's some great fucking jokes in it. There's an awesome character in it named Farmer Jim. If you've seen the movie, you know who I'm talking about. Farmer Jim's fucking awesome. And it's got, I'm not even kidding, dude, it's got a great action sequence in it where I was just like, holy shit, this is like a legitimately good scene. It felt like a 90s summer blockbuster style fight scene in the middle of the movie. And it's scored to REM, and it totally works. It's fucking great. I can't say enough about it. I actually, I think I'm going to get this movie on Blu-ray, not only to support the Looney Tunes, but just because I want to have it in my collection. It's great.
Wow, that's high praise.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
I know you like a movie when you say you're going to add it into the collection at the end.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Yes, dude. This is one I'm adding to the collection. The Day the Earth Blew Up.
By the way, if anyone hasn't seen Matt's collection, it's just basically all the fucking most awesome movies. It's like if Blockbuster threw out every shitty movie. It's insane how good your collection is. So
Oh, thanks,
when
man.
I say that, it's definitely high praise from Matt if he's putting it on his shelves.
Thank you.
Because that is precious space, to be honest.
It is.
Right?
It is. But I'm willing to throw this up there. I want The Day the Earth Blew Up. I knew the minute I finished watching it, I was like, I'm going to own this. It's fucking great. And I actually think you would really love it, Mark. It's also just a fun movie.
Hold on, I'm going to write that
and it's
down.
it's just very aesthetically pleasing. You know, when you watch a good animated movie, you're like, wow, this just looks really good. Easy on the eyes, fun to watch, just like visual eye candy. I think you're going to like this.
Plus that the style of their characters is so unique.
It's great. Yeah,
it's like a
great.
fucking awesome art style.
Yeah,
All
and
right,
they really take advantage. They really take advantage. They do a lot with it. I'll just say that. I don't want to spoil anything.
Ooh.
Mark, what's next for you, buddy?
I'll do a light recommendation on this movie because I know you want to see it. I watched Havoc by Gareth Edwards, I think, right?
Yes.
That movie delivers in terms of violence. Like I said, the beginning, this is not a spoiler. When you see it, the car chase sequences, they just don't feel weighted in reality, and there's like an artifice to the city. But maybe that's kind of his style. It's just kind of like, it's almost like it's not like the Matrix level of quality, but it has that, like, you know how the Matrix takes place in like generic city? That's what it feels like. So don't expect it to kind of look very real. And like I said, the car chase sequences and even some cars in background scenes, you'll see like there's some weird separation. You'll probably be like, oh man. But the violence delivers. The action in the last sequence is nuts. Tom Hardy is awesome. You can actually understand him, which is really nice. So that's all I'm going to say about that one. And I'll just jump into another one because I think I have more than you. So I'll just put these two together.
Sure, yeah, go for it, buddy.
Action movies. I saw G20 as well. It is the best dumb movie I have ever seen. I mean, I like what's her name? God, why am I trying to? It's not ever, but it's like of recent. It's one of my favorite dumb movies now. There's certain scenes where, what's her name? The actress.
You're talking about Viola Davis.
Why am I drawing a blank? Yes, I love her. I think she's awesome. But there are parts where, in the middle of an action sequence, like what she's done to these people catches up with her, and she'll have like PTSD in the middle of these corpses. Dude, you have to see this movie. It's hilarious. It's super fun, and I enjoyed it. It's just a fun action movie. There's a lot of stupid stuff in it, but who cares? I love Soldier from
dude, this is on the level of Soldier.
It's not at the level of Soldier, but I love Viola Davis. I like the cast, and it's just a fun movie. It doesn't have, like I said, not every movie has to be like Shakespearean or something that Orson Welles made.
Listen,
so
sometimes
it's just a fun
sometimes
movie.
You want to just go to Chili's and eat a burger. It's not even the best burger, but you're like, you know what? I want to eat at the airport Chili's because I don't give a fuck. I totally understand.
Yeah, it's like, to me, it's like McDonald's. I'll use McDonald's because that's where I usually go.
Dude, McDonald's
is
good though.
It tastes so fucking good.
Dude,
it's like you know what you're going to get, and
but
you
dude,
will
McDonald's
enjoy it.
is also good. I'm saying go even lower. If you're like, hey, I could get a burger. Yes, that's what I'm saying, dude. This movie G20 sounds like a Hardee's movie, and that's cool though, because sometimes you're in the mood for that. And listen, to me, a bad cheeseburger is still a cheeseburger. At the end of the day, it's still pretty good. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
I'm right there with you, dude. Sometimes, dude, I'm not kidding. Sometimes you want just like a mediocre whatever movie. If it's fun, who gives a shit? And in the spirit of you and G20, I'm gonna watch it now. But in the spirit of G20, I'll throw in with Mark, and I'll recommend a new. It's a soft rec, as Mark put it, a soft rec. Because again, this is not like a great movie at all, as Mark says. It's not Shakespeare, but I was entertained, and I think I was entertained because a lot of people hated on it, and I expected the worst. I watched Captain America: Brave New World, and I thought it was pretty good, dude.
Oh,
I actually liked it.
Really?
Yeah. Listen, there's a ton.
Looking forward to be completely honest.
There's a ton of stupid stuff in it. There's a ton of stupid stuff, and also the Harrison Ford shit is so stupid. And the Red Hulk looks so much like Harrison Ford that they went through such painstaking efforts to literally copy his face onto the CG Red Hulk face that My wife and I had to stop because we were laughing. We were making fun of that part. But even with that, that's what I'm saying. At the end of it, we had a good time.
Oh man, I can't wait.
It was Friday night. We had a fucking awesome dinner, and we were like, fuck it. Let's be entertained. Let's watch some crap. We don't want to watch something good. We don't even want to watch a quality, like, bad movie. We just want to watch some mid-level crap. And this perfectly fits the bill. But I'll tell you this. That sounds like a left-handed compliment or damning praise. But out of the last few Marvel movies, this dude, if you compare it to the fucking last couple Marvel movies, this movie is like, it's up there. This
a return
movie
to form almost.
It seems like a return to form just because it's competently made, right? Because the last couple Marvel movies, you got your Elementals, your fucking Marvels, you got all this crap, dude.
I didn't even think I watched Elemental.
Dude, you've got a bunch of shit. And this one actually, to me, I don't get it. I don't get the hate. A lot of people were like, this movie sucks. I totally don't get it. The action scenes are super capable. Yeah, it's really fun. And Anthony Mackie is great. I think he's great. The only thing
is, I like him a lot, actually. I
like him a lot too. I think if you're a person who takes Marvel very seriously, you will probably hate this movie. But I don't. I've given up with Marvel. I don't care. So to me, I either watch them knowing it's a giant piece of shit or being like, hey, at least entertain me. Someone told me this is good and entertaining. And that's exactly what it does. It fulfills that basic promise. I found it to be good.
Can I ask you really quickly, what for you is the last good Marvel movie you saw? I just dropped my pen.
Well, now it's Captain America Brave New World, but let me look it up. Let's see. Wait. MCU movies. In release order. I'll tell you the last... Okay, here we go. The last good Marvel movie that I saw was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That one is good. I'm talking like, here's all the shitty ones. Captain Marvel, Black Widow, Eternals. I'm sorry, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was a pile of shit. Thor Love and Thunder sucked. Wakanda Forever has one decent scene. It happens at the beginning, and the rest of that movie is a huge missed opportunity. And Quantumania, to me, might be the worst of the worst. I think even worse than the Marvels. At least I'll say the Marvels, which also sucked big dick. The Marvels, Chapter 6, the Marvels sucking big dick. The Marvel sucks big dick, dude. No doubt, fucks depose, right? But it at least had some redeeming moments, whereas I think Quantumania might be the worst Marvel movie I've personally ever seen. So, yes, when you compare...
What sucks is because the two prior to that are so entertaining, too, and the third one, just the drop-off is like...
It's crazy. Dude, it's crazy how bad that one is. But that's what I'm saying. You put this as very competently made. It's a Captain America movie. I personally like the other Captain America movies. I like Anthony Mackie, and the whole of him fighting the Red Hulk. It's fucking fun, dude. Give it a shot. Yeah. Don't go in expecting much. I think you will come away happy. This sounds like, I feel like I'm gonna watch G20 and you're gonna watch Captain America: Brave New World, and we're gonna come back with the same fucking notes.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, the last few good Marvel movies have been the Venom movies, but they're like separated, you know?
Yeah, that's the Sony verse.
So I like those.
I like those Venom movies.
It's crazy. It's crazy how you listed those movies that you weren't a fan of, and it's like, oh man, I didn't really go to the theater or felt compelled to see them in the theater.
Right. And let me tell you, some of them I did. Some of them I did, and they were awful, Mark. They were a complete waste of time. And there's been very few new MCU movies, I think, that have been good. I liked Shang-Chi, personally. A lot of people didn't like that. I like that one.
I like that one, too, yeah.
I like that one. I also like a good kung fu movie. I like a good, fight movie. It hit the marks for me. But this one was just fun, dude. It's just, good military action. Yes. Is the plot stupid?
Oh, cool.
Yes. Does some things maybe not add up? Do they kind of expect you to remember some other stuff that maybe you don't remember anymore? Of course.
Oh, no, I'm fucked.
Oh, dude, just you wait. At one point, Jess goes, too much homework while the movie was playing.
Oh, really? Oh, yes. Man, if she said that, I'm screwed.
You'll be fine.
Because I'm an idiot.
It's entertaining enough. You're going to get something out of it. It's entertaining enough.
Can I ask what homework would I need to do? Or
no, because if I tell you, it'll be a giant spoiler. That's what's annoying about it.
Okay.
Two pieces of homework you would need are gigantic spoilers for this movie. But I think when you see it, to me, like, I remembered out of the two. I remembered one thing very clearly, and the other one I was like, oh, right. It spells it out for you. You'll get it if you're kind of halfway there.
Yeah, but you have like a fucking encyclopedia brain. I have a
not for
brain.
MCU movies. Dude, the MCU movies have slowly been pushed out of my brain. Yeah, dude. I've just broomed them out to make room for other shit like, hey, did you know that Eric Red is the same guy who directed The Hitcher and Body Parts? Great. That's now going to occupy...
good info for me, dude.
Yeah, and there's another little sliver of MCU that went out of my brain to accommodate that fun fact that we could have
These are the physical medias that you store in a container in your garage. Those are the memories.
Those are the memories. That's my real shelf. That's the true shelf. Look inside your shelf. The true shelf.
Damn it, you didn't do it in the Sean Connery voice.
Look inside your shelf. Your true shelf. From the dawn of time we came. Sorry, okay. I'm not going to do my whole Highlander thing again. I won't make everybody listen to it, even though it's awesome. Mark, what's next for you?
Okay. How many do you have left, by the way? Because I think I have two more than you, maybe.
Oh, I have three, actually.
Okay.
I have three, but one is a
you have three. Okay.
I have a quickie.
Okay, cool. I have three, too. So I'm going to go with... I saw Dogma finally. For some reason, I always thought I had seen it, and you had mentioned it.
Can I combine mine with yours? Because Dogma is on my list. We both watched it this week.
Oh, okay, yeah, fuck it.
But
let's geek out, man.
Here's the best part. I watched Dogma, I want to say, on Wednesday or Thursday. And the day Mark and I did not talk. The day I watched it, I just happened to text him, and I was like, man, I watched Dogma. It was fucking great. And literally, Mark texted me back, and he's like, you're not going to believe this, but I'm in the middle of watching Dogma right now. You and I had the same exact fucking thought.
That's fucking crazy.
Without speaking about it, Mark and I watched Dogma on the same day. Mark, I'm so excited to hear what you thought about it. Because it's your first time, right?
I loved it, yeah. For some reason, it's one of those movies that because you hear a lot of people talking about it, especially people like that we used to go to school with, and just being with like student filmmakers, like they would always bring it up, and you had the Jesus with the thumbs up. Apparently I never fucking saw it, but the movie was like, it's one of those you know how sometimes he has a movie that just fucking hits, like, let's see, like and then he has movies that just look so low budget that you're like, oh my god, how do people even fucking watch this movie? This movie felt like it was his big, and of course it also helps that it was shot in film. The physical effects are insane. It's weird. I loved how weird it was. I love how it was like very very philosophical. I wasn't expecting that. It's like a action comedy horror, but it's almost like they made Constantine really funny and irreverent.
Yes.
Which I loved about it.
They also
and it was like crazy.
They give you they basically distill theology down into super fun conversations where it actually makes you think. Like, I would argue that this movie should be taught. I went to Catholic school as a kid. I would argue this movie should be taught in religion classes, because I think it tells a lot more about Bible and religious teachings than the actual fucking Bible does. Like, because you put it into human words.
Doesn't it feel also that it goes into these details that would be like, if you listen to a pastor talk about it, would be just so dry and boring, and it makes it easily digestible, but without it being like stupid, or assuming the audience is dumb.
Then there are also like really cool alternative sort of things. Like the thing I always remember with this movie, and it was the first thing that made me look this up, because I saw this movie back when it came out in the year 2000 or 99 or 2000. And it was the first time I'd ever heard this, that there's that bit where it's like, they're talking to the cardinal and they're like, what about the church's non-involvement during World War II, or their silent consent of the slave trade? And I was like, is that real? And I remember being a kid and looking that up and talking to people and finding out the truth about that. And this movie, that I always think of that example, but this movie actually opened my eyes to a lot of things and made me do research, and some things that helped reinforce some of my own personal beliefs, but other things that made me question beliefs. And I think that's the strength of this movie, dude. And it's also just funny as fuck. It's so funny.
Oh yeah. It's a good way to present that information because it could, and I'm sure it did offend a lot of people in the church, but it's also like, yeah, there's these fucking weird things, and a lot of it doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
And it's like, you should laugh at that, and you should be able to acknowledge it. Yeah, of course, it's fucking weird shit. You know, I mean,
yes,
your whole faith is based, if your religion's based on faith, you should be able to make fun of it because you have to believe in it to actually believe in it. You know, it's like, you can't just be like, here's the evidence is everywhere.
I also think
it's like,
nothing,
it's all weird
even
shit.
religion, I think nothing is above comedy. Nothing is above being mocked.
Oh yeah.
Nothing is so sanctimonious like that you can't, nothing is so sacred, I should say, that you can't mock it. And I think that's the other strength of this movie. This movie's kind of a rock and roll movie, dude. It takes a lot of risks. It does a lot of cool shit, and it does it with a super R-rated style. To me, this is his best movie. Kevin Smith never got close to this again. This was the peak.
I think I agree with you. Yeah. It's like, and also visually, it's amazing too.
Yeah.
But going back to what you were saying, it's sort of like this was done in an era where when I look back at it, I was like, yeah, maybe I didn't see it at the time, but I could acknowledge that like they're doing this in an era where it was a lot harder to make fun of religion and get a wide release. You know? Like I feel as though it would be easier to make that movie now than it did back then. So you're totally right. It's super ballsy to even write and then try to create something like that.
Yes.
It's nuts.
And the true story is when this movie came out, there were like huge protests. Like people, like his fucking life was threatened every day for a while just because of this movie, because of some of the shit that he was saying in the movie. And it was the same protest shit that we had when The Last Temptation of Christ came out. People were like sending death threats to Martin Scorsese. Also, too, by the way, unrelated, it has, I think because I was seeing all this Ben Affleck all over my YouTube because The Accountant 2 had come out, and he was on like all these, he was on like Theo Vaughn.
He's on the podcast route.
Oh, he's on the podcast circuit. He's on Theo Vaughn. He's on he's talking to all these people. And that's kind of what made me...
it this morning.
Yeah, the GQ thing? Or Theo Vaughn?
No, the Theo Vaughn one.
Yes, it's really good.
He's actually a really cool
He's a really
dude.
funny guy.
Yeah.
But like one thing I kept thinking, I think that's what put the idea in my head to watch Dogma. And I really realized, especially on this rewatch, he's fantastic in this movie. Him especially, his character, the turn that he makes, that speech that he gives in the parking lot or in the parking garage, where Matt Damon is even like, whoa, man, what are you saying? Like, that's a great fucking scene. Like, legitimately good character, great scene. I think,
and that's a tough one to pull off too. Like
super tough.
The way
also,
he did it.
Is this the movie that made the hood under trench coat or under blazer popular? Because it's all over this movie.
Maybe.
And then all of a sudden, I remember in the 2000s, everybody had this look. I was like,
that could be it. Actually, yeah, this could be the.
Why is everybody wearing a
look?
blazer over their hoodie? What is this? I was like, are you motherfuckers hot? Isn't it hot? It's hot outside. I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. I'm that guy. I'm always sweating. Like, why are you wearing all this stuff?
I used to do that too, like wear skinny jeans in the summer. I'm like, I'm an idiot. It's like my balls are stuck to my thighs, but I
remember running into Mark
things over
in
my
the
legs.
middle of like the dog days of New York summer, and he's in like, he looks like he's in the Matrix. He's in like a leather jacket, full jeans, long sleeve shirt. I'm like, what fucking climate did you come from? Mark, were you in Siberia just now, bro? Why are you dressed?
Dude,
like
I was
this?
just always uncomfortable.
Meanwhile, he's hanging out with me. I'm in a t-shirt, shorts, and fucking flip-flops because it's all I can do to fucking survive.
You hear something even funnier. I have an affinity for very thick, spongy fabric or material. So all the shit I was wearing was like fucking thick.
Is that your like one neurodivergent thing? You're like super into that feeling.
Even this fucking t-shirt is like super heavy cotton. I don't know why.
Wow, dude.
And I'm in the fucking desert.
Dude, I only as I've gotten older have I begun to get cold. Like where I'm like, oh shit, I'm cold. I need a hoodie. Right? Dude, it used to be for fucking
you are up
decades. For decades, bro. I would walk around New York, I would maybe have a jacket on 3 months out of the year. The other times, dude, I was in shorts, hanging out, walking around.
Dude, in New York.
In New York, man.
That gets brutal, man.
It's fucking hot. It's fucking hot on the train. It's fucking hot outside. Can't fucking go anywhere without it being hot.
Dude, my outfit on one of those fucking subway trains that just
with this
rolled
no
up
air conditioner,
and had no air. Dude, I was too proud to leave because, like, I'm not leaving. I gotta see.
How did you not pass the fuck out? How did you not die? That was always my question. How's he still walking around?
What if I'm a ghost now? Like, if you look carefully at the screen, you can actually see.
I can
the
see
wall.
through you. I thought your secret was going to be something like, I've got a bag of frozen peas underneath my balls.
I wish, dude.
That's my secret.
That was awful.
I'm always cold.
Dude, to take off that outfit when I got home was hellish.
You had to peel it off like...
Oh, man, it's stuck.
It's like you peeling off the bat
It's
suit.
terrible. And it stunk.
Yeah, I'm sure it did, dude.
It's, you know how those, like, if you picture someone in, like, the Matrix with their latex outfit just trying to get that shit off?
Oh, yeah.
It's like that. But with heavy wool blends.
Oh, God. Just remembering those, like, those days in August, man, you'd be, like, dying. You're like, how is it possible? I'd meet up with this guy to go to the theater, to go to the movies. He's in a fucking trench coat or something. I'm like, what are you doing? I couldn't wait to get into the theater so to get some fucking air conditioning, man.
Oh my God.
Holy shit. All right. Mark, anything else you want to say about Dogma? Dogma.
Oh my God. No, I would just say, like, I have to thank you, because what actually inspired me to watch it was you, because you were showing off some of your rare physical media, and one of them happened to be Dogma, so I wrote it down.
Yes.
And how odd is it that you recommended it by showing us that, and then we watched it the same day? That's pretty serendipitous, actually. That's kind of cool. So thank you. I have to thank you for a lot of great recs from this motherfucker over here. So if he recommends something, I highly recommend taking advantage and watching, because you'll see something cool. So thank you, because I would not have seen this movie otherwise, I think. And that's a fact.
I'm glad you loved it. I'm glad you loved it. All right, last one for me. I don't know if you would like this movie. Maybe you would. I never know with you sometimes. You know me, dude. I think I've talked to Tommy about this. I love baseball movies, and I'm not even like a baseball fan, but I'm a guy who loves baseball movies, and it is baseball time right now. And every year I watch the usual baseball movies. I watch Major League is my favorite one, and I watch that. I watch The Sandlot. I watch Bull Durham. I watch For Love of the Game. I have a bunch of them that I really like. But somebody was telling me, another buddy of mine who was like, hey man, if you like baseball movies, there's a new baseball movie you need to watch that is super weird. He's like, I actually think it would like bring your two worlds together of like weird movies, like fringe movies and baseball movies. And I was like, what the fuck is this? It's a movie called it's very weird. It's a movie called Eephus. It's Eephus. Eephus. Dude.
The fuck title is that?
Eephus is awesome. Eephus is Eephus is a kind of pitch. They talk about it in the movie. It's a very
weird. This is crazy.
It's a really cool movie. It's kind of like a very well made, like if your friend made an indie movie, like you could kind of tell like there are no big actors in it, but it's like it's made with professional equipment and they actually know what they're doing, but there's still kind of that indie air about it where it feels like a shoestring budget kind of movie. Essentially all it is, it's these guys who play baseball in like a very small regional league. They're not even minor league. And they play at this field like every week. And the field is going to get bulldozed because they're going to put a school on it. So it's the last game being played on that field. That sounds super rote and It sounds like very obvious and generic, but the style of this movie is really cool, dude. Because it's not a typical sports movie. It's not like there are big splashy moments, dramatic speeches. It's done in a way that the best way I can describe it is it's like super casual non sequiturs. So it's like there's kind of a plot, but it's really a hangout movie where like it's just it's like funny things in real life.
Kind of like The Sandlot almost?
No, The Sandlot has typical sports things like, oh, I'm going to hit the big pitch and win the game. Oh, I caught the ball. No, this just happens to take place during a baseball game. It's a movie where like real life is very funny and there are things in real life you can't explain. And then there's like natural comedy between people that like is very hard to capture on film where you're like, oh, if this was scripted, I would say the funny thing and you would do this. But like in real life, the funniest shit is like, there's no orchestrating it. Somehow they did, and they caught it on camera. So it all feels like super, like very natural and very weird. It almost feels to me, I don't want to oversell the weird. It felt like a David Lynch baseball movie where it was like, here are these guys.
Crazy.
It was awesome. I loved it. I loved Ephus. I thought, and dude, Ephus would be on my best of the year list. I think it came out last year.
Really?
I think it came out last year is the problem.
Oh yeah, I see it. It's 2024.
But it's a fantastic movie, dude. It's just by the end of the movie, you're gonna get so much out of it. I got so much out of it. The themes, just kind of like different things it was playing with, but like it's really funny, very weird. And by the end of the movie, you want to talk about just wanting to hang out with characters? This is that movie. Like, by the end of the movie, I felt like I knew all these guys. Like, I had known them for years. I could pick every guy out of each team, and I could be like, oh yeah, that's this guy, he's divorced. There's this guy, he's like, doesn't like his kids. Like, it's real life shit, and you like all the people. It's fucking great, dude. I actually...
That's cool. And I see that it's not a super long movie, too. So
not
that's
a long
impressive
movie.
That you connect with all of them.
You connect big time, and it's got this really great naturalistic style. So like the game goes on and on. So like during the day, you know, you're outside, whatever. When twilight happens, it's beautiful. At night, there's no fucking light. So the game gets really dark, and so does the movie. Like to the point where they have to light it with car headlights from the parking lot because they're like, we can't fucking see the field. It's really funny. It's very weird. Listen, you have to be in a super specific mood for this movie. I'm going to tell you, for the first 10 minutes, I was not jibing with the movie at all. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I'm so glad I stuck with it, because by the end, I wound up loving it. I was like, this is on my fucking list.
Does it start slow?
It starts very slow. You have to get in the rhythm of the movie. Like, once I started to figure out what it was doing, I was like, oh, this isn't going to be a typical 3-act movie with like a main character. Like everybody's the main character. Oh, sometimes these people will be talking, and sometimes they're not going to introduce a plot point to pay it off later. They're talking, and then maybe you see those guys talk again, and maybe you don't. It's one of those kinds of movies.
This is really cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really different, man. I really liked it a lot. It was just like, it's cool when you see something very fresh and new, and that's how this feels to me. I've never seen anything like it.
That is like the most interesting combination I've ever heard. Like a David Lynch sports movie.
It's like a David Lynch baseball movie.
That sounds
and it's
cool.
And it's a hangout movie. And sometimes weird things happen in the movie, and they're not explained. And other times it's just the kind of natural, almost like what was that, Duckland or whatever. It's almost like the natural comedy of like these two characters together and why that's funny. Like, it's fucking great. The jokes are structured so weird, but they work. I don't know, man. It's just like a really good fucking weird album. Like, if your friend handed you an album and you'd be like, I don't think you're gonna like this, don't fucking listen to it, and then you listen to it and it winds up being like your favorite album. That's kind of the vibe I get from this movie.
It's like that one Rolling Stones album that's like really abstract and hallucinogenic.
That's a great word. It's an abstract baseball movie. It just happens to take place during a baseball game, and it is about baseball players, but that's not the movie. It's like, it's really good. It's very weird.
Does it feel like improvised? Or
some
is
of
it
it
actually scripted?
No, it feels scripted, but the vibe is so casual that you might think, are they making this up? But it's not, because the jokes are so
That's
pointed.
cool.
Yeah, like there's no way they would be able to improvise it, because then it would be like these would be like the best improvisers in the world if that were the case.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all these motherfuckers
Oh shit!
need a show.
Where did you see it, by the way? Is it easy to? Because I know indie films are kind of hard to find sometimes.
rented
Is this obscure?
No,
okay.
I rented it. I went to whatever it was, Amazon or Apple. I paid like $6 and I watched it because my friend was like, "Hey, support the movie, pay the $6, watch Ephes, it's great." And I watched it, and I literally wrote this giant email to my friend the next day. I was like, "Thank you so much for recommending Ephes because I loved it."
Wow.
Like I said,
Dude, that's actually high praise if you took time to write an email to someone.
My morning tea was me writing an email to him to say thank you because it was so good.
Okay, I'm totally gonna check this out then. That sounds fucking cool.
Yeah, just stick with it. Just stick with it.
I thought you were gonna say it's like, I don't know if you've seen that Robert Redford movie, The Natural.
Yes.
I thought you were kind of gonna say it was more like that movie.
No,
but it's kind of cool to hear that it's weird and dark.
Yeah, The Natural is a very classic Hollywood, classic 3-act structure. You know, main character supporting, like all that dynamic character, all that shit. This is it's an abstract baseball movie. Like, I've never seen anything like this, and it shouldn't work, and it works. Remember? It sounds
like it's an experience.
Remember when we saw The Florida Project? And I love The Florida Project.
Yeah.
And it was like, for the first hour of that movie, you're just hanging out with the kids. Like, and it almost seems totally unstructured. And you're like, what the fuck is this? But it's so interesting, and it carries you. It's never boring. You move through the movie. I'm not saying these are the same, but it gives me that same kind of vibe where it's like, I don't have to have a story here for it to pull me in. There was something about it, like the style, being a fly on the wall, hearing these guys talk. It felt very new. There was something weirdly new about it.
That's cool, actually. I think I'm going to check this out.
Yeah, dude. I think
sooner rather than later.
I think you would get a kick out of it. Like I said, just stick with it. The first 5-10 minutes are a little bit slow, but once you fall into like the pace of the movie, you're going to dig it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check that out for sure. It sounds cool. I've kind of been wanting to watch like a sports movie too.
Oh, so. Dude, Ephes, dude. It's his baseball season. Watch Ephes. Dude, this movie got me so excited about baseball. I'm going to my first Giants game in a couple weeks. I'm going to see the San Francisco Giants play.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to a Giants game.
Holy shit.
I've never been to a major league game in my life. And I was like, I want to go see a real game. Yeah, I've been to basketball games. I've been to football games. I've been to WrestleMania. I've been to fucking hockey games. I've never been to a professional baseball game in my life.
Where are you sitting, by the way?
We have pretty decent seats. It's Oracle Park, but I want to say it's like section 101. Like I'm pretty low. Like I'm gonna be able to see the action.
Ooh, nice.
And I think I'm like maybe behind home plate, maybe.
Yeah. Don't eat anything. Just eat at the stadium.
Oh fuck yeah! I've heard the food is like amazing.
You'll spend $1 billion, but the food's great.
It's fine. We waste money all the time anyway. It's fine. Just waste my money there. I was gonna waste my money out
physical
here.
Media. Of course, we waste money.
Yeah, dude. I just won't get a couple Blu-rays that week, and I'll buy a $25 hot dog. Mark, you got any other recs, buddy? I
have 2 more, but I'll group them together.
Go for it.
Because one of them, I don't think I have to talk about it too much. After I think around this probably the same day I watched Dogma. I watched Religulous, the Bill Maher movie.
Yeah.
Because they're around the same time period, I guess, or maybe a couple of years. But it was fun to actually get to see both of those together. And then the last movie I saw, which you and I can talk about because you wrecked it to me, was The Monkey.
Oh, fuck.
That was good.
Dude, one of my favorite movies of the year.
That movie, that's a movie that went a different direction that I anticipated, but did it successfully. Like it's very weird. It's not your typical horror film. It's awesome. Matt, you're 100% right. I can
Yeah.
see why this is on your list. The acting's dope. The effects are awesome.
It's really
weird.
funny.
It's also Stephen King, but
Yeah.
it's translated in a really good way. It's fantastic.
It's also super
can't
funny.
wait to watch it again.
It's like the two Fs. It's super funny and it's super fucked up, and it balances both in a really neat way. Amazing casting. My two favorite movies this year have to do with twins. The Monkey and Sinners.
Oh,
they're two movies about twins, and
weird.
right now they're my two favorite movies of the year. It's so weird.
That's kind of cool though. I mean, I was wondering why because usually like I don't know, the title and some of the things I've seen is like, how would this be on like I don't know, being a pretentious ass, but I didn't expect it to be that good. You know what I mean? I saw the trailers and stuff for it in the theater, but I wasn't like whoever cut the trailers did a good job because I was not expecting what I was about to get. The physical effects too and the violence in it are crazy good.
If you're a horror fan, just the kills alone, the kills are like Looney Tunes level of silly and they catch you off guard every time, but they're played for laughs. Like it's gallows humor. It's funny. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's my favorite kind of humor. This movie, The Monkey is it's like, it might be to me one of the funniest movies of the last like 5 years. Like it made me laugh, truly made me laugh. I loved it. I'm so glad you liked it.
It's not just funny, it's just 100% fun. Like,
yes,
I've never sat through a movie where it was like I'm not even joking. If it wasn't because I usually watch my horror films late at night, I would have totally watched it from the beginning again because I really loved it. It's so good.
I also love the weird little touches in it, like the stylistic touches, like the fact that like the bullies in the school are girls and the lead one is like a girl with a lisp. It's such a weird choice, and it feels like it would be in Napoleon Dynamite or something, but for the reason that it's like in The Monkey and that's like a real bully character, it feels inspired like the rest of the movie. Like it's very weird. It's, you know what it is? It's the eye of Stephen King showing you, you know, this like cross-dimensional Stephen King, crazy shit, death, right? Road trips, right? But done through the hand of a comedian, showing you these things in the most funny way possible. I think it's a genius piece of work, man. I think it's the best thing that guy's made.
Actually, that reference you said is so good because there are certain scenes too, like it felt like I had watched parts of Nacho Libre, but some of like the way the camera set up the lock-offs with the positioning of the characters gave it that weird quirky feel.
Yes.
That was really, it kind of like it's like, you know, it's serious, but at the same time it's funny because what the bullying is actually bad, but at the same time the way they just structure things, they do it to make it funny. It's a very delicate balance. Like you can easily fuck that up.
Yeah,
but it's
100%.
handled so well in this movie.
And it's not just that they handle it well, they do it throughout. It's not 1-2 times.
Yeah.
Every scene is a perfect distillation of that. Like,
and they top each other, man. The realtor getting hit with the shotgun was the funny thing too is like even the ones that you expect to happen, you're like, yes, something's bad gonna happen to her, and then but it's not in the way that you think it will. Yes. So it's still like, even though you think you can predict it and you're right, it's not at the level that you think it is. It's like way higher. Like it's done so well. It must, I mean, just being on set to see how some of that stuff worked and how they pulled it off would have been really cool.
Yeah.
It's a very well-crafted movie.
Great cast as well, dude. Like really good cast, super funny. I'm so glad you liked it, man.
Dude, I can't wait to get it. It's awesome. I wish I saw it in the theater. I'm so mad at myself.
I saw it opening weekend.
Going to see it in the theater.
I got to see it. It wasn't large format, but I got to see it with an audience, and it was one of my favorite things. You know, it's just like every year I get to see one kind of very weird horror movie that connects with me in the theater, and every time the last couple of years, there's always a walkout. There's always somebody who is flabbergasted.
I remember you mentioning that. Yeah.
In A Violent Nature last year, we had a lady walk out during the yoga scene, of course. And here, same deal. It was after the girl. And when the girl's on the diving board, and he's like, no, 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 and she jumps in the pool and explodes. We had somebody leave, and it was right after, and it made me laugh. The fact that that person was leaving extended the joke for me. Like, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like a giddy kid. Like, you know how when we go to HHN and I'm laughing all through the house, dude? That's how I was at this movie. I was just laughing. I really mean it. I had such a great time with it. This is one that's going to go on my shelf.
You know what's... Isn't it weird, though, that that person left through one of the more tame scenes?
Also, I'm like, why would you see this movie if you're the kind of person who's going to walk out? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you walked up and you were like,
clearly
this
a
looks
horror
safe.
movie. Like, something gross is going to happen.
Exactly. Like, if you're that repulsed that you would leave a theater, why would you pick this then? What was the point? Fucking dummy. That's the Freaky Tales, is it not? Freaky Tales. Mark, do you have any other recs?
No, that's it. I think
That's
I had
it.
a bunch.
That's it. Happy
But the monkey
birthday
definitely
to
catch that
Jeff.
one for sure.
Happy birthday
Yeah,
to
happy
Jeff.
birthday, dude.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff. Watch out, Jeff.
Yes.
Fuck, dude, we should have played that on his
I love
fucking
that one.
voicemail.
Oh,
wait. All right,
It's
one
okay,
more
he
time.
never checks his shit.
Let's try to call Jeff and leave that on his voicemail. Wait, here we go.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Here
down.
we go. Wait. That would be hilarious. Wait, what if he picks up, though? Then we're going to have an amazing post-credit scene with
Then
Jeff.
just play it and hang up on him.
Okay. All right, dude.
Can he hear me, by the way?
I think he can.
Or is it
I think he
just...
can. All right, here we go, dude. Here we go.
Oh, this will be an interesting experiment.
Here we go.
Hi, you've reached the phone
Yes.
of Jeff Ostermuller. Sorry I couldn't get to your call,
Right,
but if
watch,
you leave your
watch,
name
dude,
and
I'm
number,
gonna
I'll
play
call
it.
you
I'm
back
gonna
as
play
soon
the
as I
clip.
can. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
My name is Jeff.
Sorry, I can't get through without laughing, dude. I wonder if he will hear that. If he'll hear any
oh my
of that.
god, I hope so.
I hope so much, dude.
Holy shit. I guess we'll find out. But he never fucking calls us, so we'll never know.
I know. You know what? We gotta have... This was the year we were supposed to have John Say back on the show. We should have John on, but you know what? I'm thinking we should have John on during one movie during our Shart Week, so that he has to watch a shitty Jaws knockoff. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Let's make John watch one of those. Let's pick a bad one for John. Or we have John come the week before for Free Willy.
He'll never come back.
He'll never come back again, dude.
We already lost Jeff. We
Jeff's
can't
gone.
afford to lose any more Love of Cinema members.
That's right. There's only 3 of them. We've already
we're
fucking
down to
isolated 2. We've got 1 guy left. Well, that's it for us, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.